If the company manufactures 2000 cars, then the company neither experience the loss or a gain, that is break even point. If the selling price is reduced by rupees 3 per unit, then what is the value of R of x? Rx is equal to 30 minus 3 is 27x. If a company manufactures 100 units and sells, then it will incur a loss of minus 300. So there is a loss of minus 300. Hello dear students, welcome to this session of basic mathematics class. I am Mr. Niranjan, faculty, Department of Mathematics, Vidhashram PU College, the Temple of Excellence. So in my previous class, we have discussed the problems on linear function regarding cost function C of x and revenue function and BEF break-even point for 2 marks and 1 mark as well as for 3 marks. Today in this session, I am going to take 5 marks important questions on this linear functions. So that is very important for the point of examination. Now right away let us take a problem. This is a 5 marker question. This type of questions are very important for 5 marks. Now what is the problem given? A company decides to set up a small production plant for manufacturing electronic clocks. So a company decided to produce electronic clock. For that, the company is going to set up a small production plant, that is manufacturing of electronic clock. The total cost per unit of initial setup fixed cost is 9 lakhs. The fixed cost is 9 lakhs for the setup. The cost of 1 unit of the clock is found to be 300 rupees. Each unit is sold at rupees 750. Suppose if each unit is sold at rupees 750, then find the cost function C of x for x number of clock. Find the revenue function R of x for total revenue from the sale of x clock. Find the profit function P of x for total revenue from the sale of the clock. Determine the BEF. What profit or loss the company incurred during the first month of when all 1500 clocks are sold. So this is the problem. What is required to find is cost function C of x and the revenue function R of x, then the profit function P of x, then break even point BEF, and the profit or loss if the company occur in the first month when all 1500 clocks are sold. This is the condition given. Now let us write down what is C of x and R of x first. Okay. Now first find out the cost function C of x. C of x is equal to, so the total cost per unit for initial setup fixed cost is 9 lakhs. The cost per unit of the clock is 300x. So therefore C of x is 300x plus 9 lakhs. This is the first one. So the cost function C of x is equal to 300x plus 9000. Now the second one, revenue function. What is R of x? Second one, R of x is equal to revenue function. R of x is equal to each unit is sold at rupees 750. That means 750x. Revenue function is 750x. Right. Now what is the third one? Find the profit function P of x for the total revenue from the sale of x unit of the clock. So the profit function P of x is equal to, what is the formula for P of x? P of x is equal to R of x minus C of x. That's it. So the profit function P of x is equal to revenue function minus cost function C of x. Right. Simplify and substitute, you will get an equation. Now, what is this equal to? That is P of x is equal to R of x. R of x is equal to 750x minus C of x is equal to 300x plus 9 lakhs. Now that's equal to 750x minus 300x minus 9 lakhs. So 750 minus 300 is equal to 450x. 450x minus 9 lakhs. This is the P of x. That is nothing but the profit function. So profit function P of x is equal to 450 minus 450x minus 9000. Now next, determine the break even point. So for BEF break even point, So this P of x is equal to 0. If P of x is equal to 0, you are going to get the break even point. That is, if this is equal to 0, 450 x minus 9 lakhs is equal to 0. Then what you will get? So you are going to get 450 is equal to 450 x is equal to 450 x is equal to 9 lakhs. Therefore, x is equal to 9 lakhs divided by 450. That will give the value of x. What is this equal to? 9 lakhs divided by 450. Okay. So, this is equal to 0 gets cancelled. 90,000 divided by 45 means exactly that's equal to 2000. X is equal to 2000. So, therefore, x is equal to 2000 units. Therefore, x is equal to 2000 clocks. 2000 clocks. If the company manufactures 2000 clocks, then the company neither experience the loss or a gain. That is break even point, right? So at x is equal to 2000, the company will neither experience the loss or a gain. Now what is the final loss condition? What profit or loss if the company occurred during the first month? So if the company manufactures 2000 units, then it will experience neither a loss nor a profit. Suppose if it manufactures 1500 watches, 1500 clock, then what is the profit or loss during the first month? Now the fifth one, when x is equal to 1500, substitute here P of x is equal to 450, 450 into x, x is 1500 minus 9 lakhs. What is this equal to? 450 into 1500 is equal to 6 lakhs 75,000. Minus 9 lakhs. What is this equal to? 6,75,000. 6,75,000 minus 9 lakhs is equal to minus 2,25,000. Minus 2,25,000. That's it. Okay. So negative sign indicates it's a loss. That means if a company manufactures 1500 clocks and sells, then it will incur a loss of 2,25,000. So there is a loss of 2,25,000. That's it. This is how we are going to solve the problem. See here, when x is equal to 2000 clocks, if number of units, when x is equal to 2000, then the company will experience neither a loss or a gain, loss or a profit. Whereas when it manufactures 1500, then it will experience a loss of 2,25,000 rupees. So at x is equal to 1500, it will experience a loss of 2,25,000. That's it. This is how we are going to solve this problem. Hope you followed. Right. Now move on to the next problem. The daily cost of production C of x unit of an assemble is given by n of Cx is equal to 17.5x plus 7,000. The equation is given, linear equation is given. If each unit is sold for rupees 30, then determine the minimum unit that should be produced and sold to ensure no loss. So number of units to be produced in order to get no loss. So without loss, how many units to be produced? Minimum number of units to be sold. Then if the selling price is reduced by rupees 3 per unit, then what would be a break even point? If the selling price is reduced by 3 rupees, then what will be the BEF? If it is known that 500 unit can be sold daily, what price or unit should be charged to guarantee the no loss? This is the problem given. So here n of C of x is given, that is 117.5x plus 7,000. What is required to find is if each unit is sold for rupees 30, then determine the minimum number of units that should be produced and sold in order to ensure no loss. Second condition, if the selling price is reduced by 3 rupees, if the selling price is reduced by 3 rupees, then then what would be the break even point? Next, third condition. It is known that 500 unit can be sold daily. If it is 500 unit is sold per day, what price or unit should be charged to guarantee the no loss? This is the given problem. Now, let us move on to the given condition. Let us solve this. Now, first find out C of S. What is given? C of x is equal to 17.5x plus 7,000. This is the first. The cost function C of x is equal to 17.x plus 7,000. Now, Rx, what is the revenue function? Rx is equal to revenue is 30x. Rx is equal to 30x per x units. Right. This is the given condition. Now, equate R of x is equal to Cx. Rx is equal to C of x. Now, let us equate this. R of x is equal to C of x. What is R of x? 30x is equal to 17.5x plus 7,000. So, transfer this. 30x minus 17.5x is equal to 7,000. What is 30x minus 17.5? Now, just find out the break even point. That is, find out the value of x from this. That's it. 30 minus 17.5 is 12.5. So, 12.5x is equal to 7,000. Therefore, we can write x is equal to 7,000 divided by 12.5. What is this equal to? So, this is equal to 560 BEF, break even point. So, therefore, x is equal to, here x is equal to 560 break even point. Okay, hope you followed. See here. So, cost function is given C of x is equal to 17.5x plus 7,000 and the revenue function is 30x. What is the first condition? If each unit is sold for rupees 30x, then determine the minimum unit that should be produced and sold to ensure no loss. So no loss means we have to find out the value of x, that is BEP. Now, equate it. So, if revenue function and the cost function are equal, then 30x minus 17.5x is equal to 7,000, 15.5x is equal to 7,000, therefore, x is equal to 7,000 by 12.5 is 560. So, the break even point, that means to ensure no loss, the value of x is equal to 560. Now, move on to the second condition. If the selling price is reduced by rupees 3 per unit, then what would be the BEF? If the selling price is reduced by 3 units, rupees 3 per unit, second condition, right? If the selling price is reduced by, rupees 3 per unit, then R of x is equal to 30x minus 3x, that's equal to 27x. So, R of x is equal to 27x or the second condition, right? If the selling price is reduced by 3 per unit, then 30 minus 3 is equal to 27x. So, R of x is equal to 27x. Now, for BEF, for break even point, this R of x is equal to C of x. What is R of x? 27x is equal to C of x is equal to 17.5x plus 7,000. Equate it. So, if you solve this, you will get the value of x again. So, the second condition, if the selling price is reduced by rupees 3 per unit, then what is the value of R of x? Rx is equal to 30 minus 3 is 27x. For break even point, R of x is equal to C of x, that is 27x minus 27x minus 17.5x is equal to 7,000. Now, what is this equal to? 27 minus 17.5 is 9.5x is equal to 7,000. Therefore, x is equal to 7,000 divided by 9.5. That is nothing but x is equal to 7,000 divided by 9.5 is 737 unit is the second condition. So, this is the second one, that is, if the selling price is reduced by 3 per unit, then what will be the break even point? Means, so 737. Now, let us move on to the third case. If it is known that 500 unit can be sold daily, what price should be charged in order to get no loss, in order to assure the guarantee no loss? Move on to the third condition. What is the third condition? When x is equal to 500, get the value of C of x. C of x is equal to 17.5x plus 7000, that is equal to 17.5 into 500 plus 7000. This is equal to, if you simplify this, what is the answer you are going to get? 500 into 17.5 plus 7000 is equal to 15,750. C of x when x is equal to 500. Okay. If R of x is equal to 17,750, then the company will suffer no loss. It will, like, company will never expect a loss. So, the company will never suffer from a loss. Okay. Now, if the selling price SP into x is equal to 15,750, right, 15,750. Now, what is x? X is equal to selling price at 500 is equal to 15,750. Therefore, SP is equal to 15,750 divided by 500. What is this equal to? This is equal to 31.5. 31.5. What is the meaning? So, if the selling price, therefore, I'll write here, if the selling price, therefore, selling price is rupees 31.5 per unit, then the company will never suffer any loss. So, there is no loss for the company, that's all. So, the company does not suffer any loss if the selling price is rupees 31.5. So, at 31.5, the company will never suffer any loss. That's it. This is how we are going to solve this problem. Hope you followed. Okay. Now, move on to the next problem. This is also important. A company sells X tins of talcum powder per day at rupees 10 per tin. So, for each tin of talcum powder it is rupees 10. The cost of manufacturing is rupees 6. So, it will manufacture at a cost of rupees 6 per tin, and the distributor charge rupees 1 per tin. Besides, the daily overhead cost comes to rupees 600. Determine the profit function P of x. What is the profit function if 500 tins are manufactured and sold per day? How do you interpret the situation is the company manufacturer and sells 100 tins per day? Now, what is the break-even point if C of x is equal to 6 plus 1x plus 6000 is equal to 7x plus 600, R of x is equal to 110x. This is given condition. Okay. Now, this is the problem given. That's all. Listen. The company sells X tins of talcum powder per day at rupees 10 per unit. The cost of manufacturing is rupees 6 tin and the distributor charges rupees 1 per tin. Besides, the daily overhead cost comes to rupees 600. Determine the profit function. What is the profit function if 500 tins are manufactured and sold per day? How do you interpret the situation is the company manufacture and sells 100 tins per day, and what is the break even point? This is the problem. Now, let us write the solution. What is the solution here? Let us write the cost function. C of x is equal to 6 per tin and distributor charges rupees 1 per tin. So, therefore, the cost function is equal to 6 plus 1, that is nothing but 6 plus 1x plus 600. 6 plus 1 is nothing but 7x plus 100. 600. So, therefore, the cost function C of x is equal to 6 plus 1 is 7x plus 600, and revenue function R of x is equal to 10x, the revenue function. So, the revenue function is 10 per unit. So, therefore, R of x is equal to 10x. This is the given condition, right? Now, find out P of x. P of x is equal to R of x minus C of x. P of x is equal to profit function. P of x is equal to R of x minus C of x. Simplify this. So, that is determine the profit function. Profit function is Rx minus Cx. What is R of x? R of x is equal to 10x minus C of x is minus 7x minus 600. That's equal to 3x minus 600 is the profit function. So, therefore, P of x is equal to 3x minus 600. That is the first answer. The profit function is given by P of x is equal to 3x minus 600. Followed. What is the profit if 500 tins are manufactured and sold per day? Now, substitute the value of x is equal to 300 there. Now, when x is equal to 500, this is the second condition. P of x is equal to, what is P of x? We have 3x minus 600. Substitute x is equal to 500 minus 600. 1500 minus 600, that's equal to 900. P of x is equal to 900. P of x is 900. Okay. Now, so this is profit is equal to rupees 900. Next, condition number 3. What is the third condition? How do you interpret the situation if the company manufactures and sells 100 tins per day? Now, when x is equal to 100, substitute here, right? So, then P of x is equal to, substitute here, P of x is equal to 3 into 100 minus 600, that is 300 minus 600 is equal to minus 300, negative. Negative means less than 0. Less than 0 means the company will incur a loss. So, the company will have a loss. It will incur a loss, right? So, that is, how do you interpret the situation if the company manufactures and sells 100 units per day? Means if a company manufactures 100 units and sells, then it will incur a loss of minus 300. So, there is a loss of minus 300. Okay. Now, move on to the last condition. What is the last condition? What is the BEF, break even point, right? So, for break even point, this P of x is equal to 0. If P of x is equal to 0, that is 3x minus 600 is equal to 0. 3x is equal to 600, x is equal to 600 divided by 3, x is equal to 200. That's it. So, what is the break even point? Means at x is equal to 200 tins, at x is equal to 200 tins is the break even point. That's it. This is how we are going to solve this problem. Hope you followed. Now, let us move on to the last problem. A manufacturer of product sells his entire output x, his total revenue R of x is 7x and C of x is 6x plus 800. Find the BEF, break even point. Now, what is given here? Given R of x is equal to 7x and C of x is equal to 6x plus 800. R of x is 7x and C of x is equal to 6x plus 800. Now, to find BEF, what is the formula? Just find out. Now, to find BEF, what is to find? P of x is equal to 0. Now, what is P of x? P of x is equal to R of x minus C of x. That's it. Okay. Now, P of x is equal to R of x. What is R of x? 7x. C of x is 6x plus 800. That's equal to 7x minus 600, 6x minus 800. 7x minus 6x is x minus 800. This is P of x. Okay. So, for BEF, for break even point, this P of x is equal to 0. What is P of x? X minus 800 is equal to 0. Therefore, x is equal to 800 units. That's it. Okay. So, therefore, x is equal to 800 units is the break even point. This is 2-marker question. That's it. See what is given? R of x is given 7x and C of x is given 6x plus 800. To find BEF, P of x is equal to 0. Find out P of x. What is P of x? P of x is equal to Rx minus C of x. R of x is 7x minus 6x minus 800. that is 7x minus 6x is x minus 800. P of x is equal to x minus 800. For BEF, P of x is equal to 0, x minus 800 is 0 means x is equal to 800. So, at 800 units you will get a break even point. This is how we are going to solve this problem. Hope you followed. So, these are few problems based on R of x, P of x and break even point. These are few problems based on BEF, R of f and break even point. So, that's all regarding today's session. Let us meet with a different concept in the next session. Thank you very much.